What's up, babes? Here's some news. Did you have a nice election? I sure did. Great election. We love the election, don't we, folks? Also, I've gone all Holly-weird now. I'm totally doing Holly-weird stuff. Making deals by the pool, smoking 2 cigars at once, breaking into Tom Hardy's house. But don't worry, I am still the down-to-earth news dude you've all grown to love and worship unquestionably. May your blood fuel the great news war. See, now that we've hit this political transition, I've done a bit of thinking about how this show can change and grow from the old Shody into a new post-election era. A new dawn. Shody's dawn. Yeah. We've got my new old backdrop, a nicer camera, so I think it's time to really buckle down and focus on the serious and in-depth topics we've always wanted to get around to, alright? No more pussyfooting, no pussies, no feet, back to basics. Peas and carrots stuff, hashtag peas not pussy feet. For example, well, we've picked a new president, kinda, sorta, possible coup, but whatever, it's fine, but not really, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we're far from done with the election this year, is my point. I'm talking, of course, about what's going to happen in a few weeks when the world looks to a southern state to vote on what might be, once again, like all of them, the most important decision of our lifetime, depending on the outcome. So let's do it, let's really dig in there. As you know, we're almost to the upcoming 2021 Legislative Assembly election in the state of Kerala, India. While usually a red state, recent polls have shown that the election could go either way, as all the parties vie to appeal to rural voters. And while none of the candidates have been particularly vocal about the subject, it's only going to be a matter of time before the election boils down to a singular question. Will they outlaw boars? That's right, it's Boars again, folks! I have warned you so many times in the past, but have you listened? I mean, yes, YouTube analytics shows a viewership, but for some reason, none of you jabronis seem to be doing anything to quell the swine invasion. It's almost as if YouTube is just telling me what I want to hear. It's almost as if an anagram for the word YouTube is Obey Utu. Utu being a Mesopotamian sun god, and we know how much boars love the sun. Also, they practiced pig husbandry in Mesopotamia, whatever that sick shit is. Anywho, now you might think this India boar question was settled when Kerala took steps earlier this year to allow certain farmers the ability to shoot boars. However, most people agree that they just didn't go far enough, as evidenced by this chilling video from a small town in the region. That is 2 wild boars breaking into a family's home in rural Kerala, barging into the bedroom, and jumping on the bed like a couple of little Kevin McAllisters. Do we have a Macaulay Culkin cameo for this? No? Just the one time? It's fine, I get it. Anyway, the cops came with the intention to tranquilize the swines, but were forced to use deadly force after many in the town protested on account of years of torment. It's weird how the cops tried to protect the boars, but we'll get into that later. So, as candidates tour the rural areas of Kudaranji and Kodenshery, many farmers have begun posting large pictures of boars in front of their houses, telling politicians to not approach them without a solution to the swine menace haunting their lives. Their main focus is for India to officially classify these beasts as vermin in order to allow greater hunting. And whether or not a candidate agrees to that could set an important precedent for this country. And possibly, definitely, the world? But for some reason, no party seems to be addressing this. It's like, I don't know, no one wants to take a side here. It's kinda strange, huh? How such a seemingly simple issue is avoided by the people in power. And this isn't the only country where concerns of boar violence have risen, and even sparked protests, and yet those protests have fallen on deaf ears. It's as if the establishment is somehow rooted in the type of ideology that cultivates boar violence, while the newer generations want something done about it. Like how a few years ago, back in Hong Kong, people were shocked that the winners of local elections were young, less establishment candidates, such as Jeremy Young. But then you look at the fact that he ran his candidacy on actually addressing the city's growing boar problem, and suddenly the mystery is much more clear. But despite the obvious push from the youth, led of course by the many videos on the subject that I've made, and I shouldn't take credit because it makes me a boar target, but you are welcome, despite that, boar violence has continued to spread. And while a lot of this has to do with coronavirus allowing these snuffling monsters to roam free, there seems to be a growing normalization of these attacks, a boarmalization compounded by the coronavirus. Or should I say, boronavirus? Yes, I absolutely should say that. Also, Borat? There's a Borat connection here, but I might have to massage it a little bit. We'll circle back. But first, let's get some circles in your ears, because we teamed up with Raycon, and they are offering everyone watching this video 15% off your order. Just click on the link in the description box for ear stuff. It's a great deal for earbuds that already start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market. A market infiltrated not by Boars, but by Raycon, founded by Ray J, worn by celebrities like Snoop Dogg, not a boar, Melissa Etheridge, also not a boar, and me, Cody, a celebrity. Raycon earbuds come in a range of fun colors, from Roy to G-Biv. They're both stylish and discreet, no dangling wires or stems. I've been wearing them this whole time. I bet you couldn't even tell. I actually do wear them a lot. They're great. They sound amazing. I wear them every day on calls and while I'm pretending to exercise. I barely notice I'm wearing them. I've been looking for earbuds that don't look silly for a long time. The noise isolation is great. The battery lasts for 6 hours. They charge in this adorable little pod. And if I got them as a gift, I'd be like, thank you. If I gave them as a gift, I'd be like, you're welcome. In other words, Raycon's being generous for the holidays, so on top of their everyday great prices, they're offering all my viewers 15% off right now, so you can save big on gift shopping. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/somenews to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. I'm still wearing them, can you tell? Anyway, that was weird. What was I talking about? Boars! The boars that nobody takes seriously. That's the worst part of it all. It really seems like nothing has changed in this laborious hog war. No ground actually gained. Now, you might not remember because you're secretly a boar watching me right now to keep tabs, but the very first time I reported on this sow darkness back in 2016, I revealed this terrifying video. Now a chilling harbinger, it all started with a single boar bursting from the Baltic Sea on the shores of Poland. Hungry for power and sex, an unstoppable, horny leviathan. Only I, Cody, dared to expose this single radioactive, definitely teleporting, and possibly psychic boar as it f***ed its way around Europe and Asia like an EDM festival DJ, planting its oily little hog seeds, infesting. Now, 4 years later, and a world watches and weeps.
Ich würde mal da weggehen an ihrer Stelle. Sie guckt und guckt.
Lasst es laufen! Lasst es laufen!
Lasst es laufen!
As another new video emerges of what I assume to be the same boar bursting out of the Baltic Sea. The same sea. No, that's not the previous video from a different angle. That's a new, different event happening in 2020 in the same body of water, which, oh, hey, look, is fucking lousy with radiation, it turns out. Oh, not harmful, you say? Well, generations of mauled beachgoers would say otherwise. Mother f*** these hogs. Mother f*** them, folks. When are we going to wise up and accept that the people in charge have zero interest in protecting us? I mean, what can we even do about it? Move north? You think we're safe in the snow? How about a plump old sack of nope? They're in fucking Canada now, building little pigloos. Oh, how cute, National Geographic. Way to shill for your oppressor. Wowee. Good job. Yeah, sure. I mean, according to your own article, the Hognadian population has shockingly increased in only the last 10 years, and the largest hog discovered was 600 ass-slapping pounds. But sure, go right ahead and call them pigloos, you vapid muppets. Fuck you, National Geographic. You think this is cute? I will kill 1 million baby penguins just to get my hands around one hog neck. Just you watch. They're sliming the streets of Toronto, folks! You think that's just non-toxic dye like Toronto water wants you to think? Come on! That's hog spunk! You think I don't know what hog jizz looks and feels like? Come on! You think it's funny that there's now an entire city in Israel that's being taken over by Boars. The streets patrolled, as they put it. Yeah, that's right. Better submit your garbage and get into hog step lest something unfortunate happens to you. They're even attacking our nudes!
This man was enjoying the beach when a wild boar grabbed his bag and took off. Not wanting to be defeated, the man got up and started chasing the boar and her 2 babies, wearing nothing but his confidence. Onlookers laughed at the spectacle. The man eventually got his bag, which did contain his laptop, and he was entertained by the pictures snapped of him. I'm sorry, that is a funny sight.
Ha, 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 ha. What a funny sight. Cheers aplenty as an innocent scrotal exposed man is robbed by a family of fleshy rage balloons in broad daylight. See, this is what I'm getting at. This fucking swine not only got big laughs for stealing a laptop and spitting in the face of human ingenuity, but a fun nickname and celebrity status. And now there's a whole movement of swine-a-fans raising a stink to protect this hog criminal from the law. And I think we all know the dangerous precedent being set by letting this hog go free without consequence. Just ask Elsa the fucking crime pig, the same hog in that video who, after making the news, was exposed for having robbed a child's birthday party the same month she was stealing laptops. Same boar doing crimes. Just completely mask off shit that these thousands of people are going to blindly defend. Why? Because she brought her stupid swine spawn? That's what they do! They hide behind their cute little babies and PR stunts, hog whistling to their followers, while slowly encroaching onto mainstream news until one day we're all like, geez, I don't know about all these swine breaking into my home and eating my dried goods and elderly parents, but I guess there's nothing we can do about it. It's just sad how quickly we transitioned from a society that understood the basic dangers of boars to making it some kind of twisted-ass political point of contention. Like, even in places that have anti-feeding laws, there are people actually feeding hogs right now. Anti-feeders. Like, holy shit, folks, it's not complicated. Don't feed the hogs. That's just fueling their teleportation powers. It's called science. But we have to take, like, 10 steps backwards and explain it to these absolute clowns who, at the very best, package humanity's Sal mission in doomsaying headlines like, "We are constantly opposed by the wild boars," while floating phrases like, "Now I think it's time to give back to the wild animals." And we like to pretend that this Boaranon is somehow limited to the extreme fringes, or perhaps hasn't made its way to America. But of course, that's a lie. It's here, in the mainstream media, in the LA fucking Times, which ran a piece highlighting boar attacks as a sign that we need to coexist with them. Yeah, real logic brain centrist of you to suggest we just learn to live with the tusk oppressors. Just share the streets with these clopping demons in the name of civility. Very, very fine boars on both sides and all that. Give me a fucking break. I warned you. In like the last Boar episode, or maybe the one before that, it's all a red blur, but I warned you that Russia was under the hoof of big swine thanks to Putin's underground deal with the radioactive boar in exchange for a steady food supply for his tiger army. It's just facts, brah! And that Russia, having fallen to hog dominance, was now working to deal with the United States, just like the many other countries making similar deals like, look, Kazakhstan and their newly imported boar army, Borat! Do you see? I got there, you fucks! But the truth is, I was naive and overlooked the fact that Russian wild boar have been in the US since the freaking 1500s, well before the founding of this country. They were already here. They've been in the Americas for a very long time. See, remember how I said that perhaps the people in charge simply didn't want to deal with this boar onslaught? How it's weird that they're almost ignoring it. And it's not different in the United States, is it? Do you see any Republicans or Democrats raising the issue, responding to my many, many letters about it? No, of course you don't. Instead, they walk the echoing halls of their government fortresses, fist-bumping while whispering about special Tusk interests. All part of the same truffle-sniffing machine. Disgusting. Let me tell you about a little town called San Jose. Big town called San Jose, California, where this year, thanks to coronavirus, there has been an influx in hog aggression unlike what this country has seen in a long time. We're not talking about small-time Elsa and her bullshit crime parade, but literally packs of wild boar invading yards to the screams of innocent Americans. Quote, "I woke up because I heard my husband yelling, 'The Boars came!' End quote. Pigs in the city, not so fucking family-friendly anymore, is it? Who is paying you, George Miller?" And one of these citizens, huddled in their home, just waiting to be the next victim of swine crime, proposed that the city license trappers to hunt down and detain these city pigs with crossbows. Because they had to do something, right? Like, of course, we want to de-radicalize the anti-feeders and the boar sympathizers and try to improve the lives of everyone so that they don't fall for an obvious boar grift. But the boars themselves must be dealt with as the violent criminals they are. No slaps on the hooves. To quote the San Jose council member who proposed the idea, "It's not Wilbur here from Charlotte's Web. We're talking 500-pound creatures that can do damage to pets, houses, lawns. They're dangerous animals." Seems like a no-brainer. Except, apparently not. Because not only was the crossbow proposal thrown out by city council, but laughed at. "Ha ha 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 ha! Oh ha 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 ha! You silly people and your desire to protect yourselves from big city boar!" They snorted. Snorted. Like hogs. And when you dig into this story a little more, you learn that the denial was sparked by a recommendation from the San Jose Police Department. The same people you'd think would be concerned about these hogs, suddenly uninterested in arming their citizens in the good fight. It's so weird, isn't it? Weird how while we let these pharaohs of hogs run loose, we, at the same time, demonize the crossbow-wielding people out there trying to stop them. These anti-pharaohs, or Antifa, who, and it's right in their name, folks, want to stop the boars. They're the criminals now? So it's almost as if, like, I don't know, perhaps this country and its police were founded on boar supremacy. We love to pretend like boar violence won't be tolerated, and we totally settled this and are post-boar in the United States. But come on. George Washington had a hog farm so big that he lost track of how many he had and just let them roam free on his property. Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, both pig lovers. Roosevelt also had some guinea pigs. That kind of counts, right? Are you hearing me? I mean, I try so hard here, and yet nothing seems to change. Is it me? Maybe I'm to blame, Because I've spent these countless videos treating boars like some kind of outside attacker when the reality is the sow has been coming from inside the house. And heck, that's on me, I guess. My only mistake ever! Be them radioactive, or teleporting, or criminal, or even something as insidious as Canadian. The truth is that these boars have been embedded in our country for a long time, and it's gonna take a lot more than a few crossbows to save us. It's time to take to the streets, folks. Just ask David Cross. No? Never again? Okay, well, shit. Do we have anyone back from the movie? Ah! Gross.
I'm here for you, little Cody. Me, you, from the future, from the movie.
No, it's fine, dog. I'm sure you got some stuff to do, so.
No, I'm wide open. And I'd just like to tell you about all the boar stuff. Keep digging. The future of boar-human relations depends on you now.
Wait, so I'm not paranoid?
Oh, no, of course not. You're never paranoid or wrong about anything, ever. Just ask me. Who is you? Would I lie to myself?
Of course I wouldn't. I'm too smart and pretty to lie.
Did you make the Borat connection yet?
Yes, of course I made the Borat connection.
Ah, yes. Good, that's good. It will be huge in the future. Anyway, what else you up to?
Hey, listen, I got a jet, so...
Oh, okay. Guess you're too busy for an old fool like me, then.
Oh, kinda. You kinda hit the nail on the head there. I'm too busy for an old fool like you. So.
Okay,
don't call again. Anyway, that's the, new improved show, I guess? Hope you liked it. Big fun. Gonna be big fun. Hashtag all cops are boars. We will talk about actual news next time. I promise.
Hey everybody, it's me. Get used to it, cause I'm never going away now. Anyway, like and subscribe, and check out our patreon.com/some more news, and we have a podcast called Even More News, and merch, whatever that is. Oh, hello. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm in the cast now.